What's up everybody, it's Oscar here from NS Graphics, and today we are gonna have a little tutorial on how to make 3D text and a cool background in Photoshop. So as you see, wait, I gotta breathe. Forgot to do that in the beginning of the video. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna go through how to make this text, this 3D text thing. It's really cool. You can see it's kind of 3D with all the shadows and stuff, and a cool background with just a gradient and just a brush over it. So a cool background, really simple. So we're just gonna start off by making a new project or new file. You can either go to File, New, or just Control N, and this window will pop up. And usually I have 1080 by 720 pixels, that is. Just press OK and make sure you have RGB selected. And then we click OK. And here we go, a new empty white background. So usually the background layer down here is locked. So to unlock it, just double click and press OK or enter. Now we want to make this, or actually we can let it be as it is. We can let it be. And now we're gonna make a new layer. We're actually gonna make this black just because. Select the first layer, and then you can hold Control and what do you say? Backspace. There we go. Or if you have problems with that, you can go and click this paint bucket tool, and it's G if you wonder. So press G and you will get the paint bucket. Select the color you want. Here we go, white. We can switch to black, and it's black. Go back to the cursor tool, or whatever it's called, and then we go to our second layer. And if you don't know how to create a layer, I hope you do, but if you don't, you can go down here. It's a little icon here, you can see, and click it and you will get a new layer like that. So in this layer we'll take the text tool, select a white color for the text, and just drag a square and type whatever you want. So we'll take NS Graphics. Yeah, I spelled it right. I'm just gonna transform the text. Control T. I'm just gonna make this a bit wider. Maybe even a bit more. And press Enter to accept. And now we want to center it somewhat good, like this, maybe center. So now we have a background layer and our text layer. So while selecting the text layer, we want to go up to 3D up in this menu. Click 3D, Repose, and Text Layer. It will ask for you to rasterize the layer, and you will click Yes. And if you wait, it will open a 3D menu tab thing. There we go. And you can see it actually it made the text 3D, but it's really bad. It looks really pixelated and not so great. But if you want to have it like this, or if you want the 3D itself to be thinner, you can click the extrude and click depth and move this little thingy right there. But I'm gonna go with this as it is, and I'm gonna click OK. So now we have the 3D text, but it's kind of bad. So to fix that, we want to go into this little thing here, 3D, and we're gonna click it, and this menu will pop up. So now we're gonna just do one simple thing. There's a lot of things here, but don't worry about that. We're just gonna click one thing. So we're gonna click the quality and then ray traced final. So when I click this, it will start rendering down the text itself, but I've already done that, so I'm not gonna do it again. So click ray traced final and it will be start rendering out, and it will take quite a while actually, but just wait for it to finish and it will look exactly like this text, this 3D thingy. So I'm just gonna close this. I'm gonna delete my layers like this, and I'm gonna open this and delete my effects. Don't care about what I'm doing now, you don't have to do anything. Okay, so this is how the text will look. This is how it looks from the beginning. Really bad, pixelated, and this is how it will look. Really cool 3D. So now we want to make a cool background. So what I usually do is that I just I take this little tool. It's a clip mark tool. I can't like pronounce it. Mark Q tool, whatever. Usually it's this rectangular tool, but you can select ellipse. So now you start up in the left corner and just drag a circle. Make sure it's edge to edge. And as you see up here, I've selected feather 92 pixels. That will make the ring not so, you know, rough. The edges won't be so rough. It will be smooth and kind of cool. So now we have a selected area with our ellipse tool. What we're gonna do now is we hold Shift, Control, and we press I. Shift, Control, I. And then we just press Delete, and this is what will happen. Don't worry yet. Just go and make a new layer, and then you just open that layer.
Hej.
Hej. Stänger du dörren? Tack. That was my little brother. Sorry. He came home and he wanted to say hello. Anyway, so let's get back to it. So we made a new layer, and what am I doing? So we made a new layer which we will fill with black, and then we will double click that layer down here, and we will select color overlay. And in color overlay we want to change the gray to a bit darker, maybe like that. Now we have a cool gradient background thingy. And now you see we have the basic going, and I want this text to be more, you know, spaced out. So I'm gonna double click it, double click the layer, press stroke, and a black stroke will come around the text. You can't see it now, but now here you see I'm changing the stroke thickness or size. So I'm just gonna have it at 5, I think. Press OK. So now if we unview this layer, you can see it's a black border around the text. What we will do next is we'll make another layer under the 3D text but above the gradients. So right here we're gonna select a cool brush. I have this selected, and you can download brushes if you just search in Google for brushes, Photoshop brushes, and there are like billions of sites which have awesome brushes. So, but I have this brush selected, and I'm just gonna Whoops, that's wrong. I'm just gonna take it right here and just press or click. So now we have a brush layer, a gradient layer going on, and the text layer. So to make this brush a bit cooler, we're gonna double click it. We're gonna go to bevel and emboss, and I'm gonna select the depth. I'm gonna put it to maximum. I am gonna change the shadow mode from black to just a bit gray, like this. That should be enough, I think. And then I would like the size to be quite big, actually. Maybe like that. And then we go to gloss contour. And you can select whatever fits your background or project or whatever. I'm just gonna experiment a bit. Just gonna lower the size. And maybe select this one. That looks cool. And then I would like this brush to have a shadow, a drop shadow, just a little bit. So I press drop shadow up here. I go into the drop shadow folder, or tab maybe it's called. And I'm just gonna increase the opacity to 100, the spread just a little bit, the distance to 0, and then you can see in my picture the shadow will appear underneath my brush, just like that. So now we have a cool shadow on that, but I would also like a shadow on my NS Graphics text. So once again, we go to the layer options of NS Graphics by double clicking it. Just double click the layer, click drop shadow, and just experiment a bit with this, however you want it to be. I would like it to be a bit thicker, maybe the size to be decreased a bit. There we go. That looks cool. So now we have a really simple but still cool background, and as you saw, it's really simple to do and it looks cool, but you don't necessarily have to do exactly as I did. You can change whatever you want. Just change the gradient. So if you want to change this from black to something else, just double click it to make it simple. Go to color overlay and select whatever color you want. So maybe go with a blue color, like that. And there we go. A cool background. Yeah. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, you can just post a comment or send me a YouTube message, and I'll answer it as soon as I can. So thank you again for watching, and don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe, and also don't forget to share this video. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.